Evening. I just got back from a basketball game. This is Nephite Knight. 4 colorless, 1 white mana for a 5 mana value. It's a 3/3. It has Renown 3 and Banned. The high Renown reward almost makes it worth it, but the Nephite Knight Banned has Haste. Might also make it worth it. So I don't know. I don't know how this would play. And we began to raise flocks and herds and animals of every kind. Second Nephi 5:11. The idea around this verse is that if you're going to raise flocks and herds, and if you're always in constant battles all the time, you're going to need people to protect those flocks and herds. Harvester, another 5 mana value with 2 white mana. Creature, Townsfolk. Sacrifice or create a food token. And this is interesting because food tokens require a mana value to sacrifice them. But here, that's taken away. So you can just, with this, you can sacrifice it. It's also a 3/3. It looks like I was experimenting with the 5 mana value 3/3. Your creatures gain +2/+2 until the end of turn per food token you sacrifice. And that's not bad. And the Lord was with us, and we did prosper exceedingly. For we did sow seed, and we did reap again in abundance. And again, my theory where the Nephites landed, they were basically surrounded by the Lamanites who are already there. I'm going to call them Lamanites because the record calls them Lamanites. But I know that they're Jaredites. And the Jaredites, of course, were already there. According to my timeline, when the city of Nephi falls, at the start of the book of Mosiah, at the end of Omni, is the sacking of the land of Nephi. That, I believe, is the end of the book of Ether. Or very close to the end of the book of Ether. Which means, I believe I'm giving this a 400-year overlap with the Jaredites. I don't think the Jaredite capital is where everyone thinks it is, down in South America. I don't even think it's in the Heartland. I think the Nephites' capitals were in the Heartland. At this time, I think the Jaredites were far to the north, and the Aztecs, or the Olmec at the time, would be far to the south. The Nephites were just in the middle. And I think the Jaredites, if they were up north in Canada and down south with the Olmecs, the trade route, I believe, would have been on the west side. And there was some east side trading, but I don't think the land of the first inheritance, where Laman and Lemuel would have been in charge after Nephi leaves, lasted very long, because in the record there is no land called the land of Laman and the land of Lemuel. I'm just bringing that up again. Holy Priest, a 3 mana value on 1 white mana. Barbarian Cleric, upkeep 1 white mana. Banned, Prophesy, play a white token, Holy Strength. Holy Strength is an old Magic the Gathering card. And so whenever you play a prophecy and he's in play, you get to play a token, Holy Strength, which is exactly what the old Holy Strength used to do. And now, my beloved brethren, I have read these things, that ye might know concerning the covenants of the Lord, that he has covenanted with all the house of Israel. Second Nephi 9:1. And when he says all the house of Israel, the way God sees it, it is both the future people who would be baptized and going back for the baptisms of the dead, all the way back to Adam. Everybody who will follow the Lord falls under this category. So when they say all the house of Israel, that is both those who are alive and those who are in heaven. Oh, and he was a 2/2 creature. Upkeep, 3, 1 mana value, and Defender. Again, a 5 mana value. This one's an 8/8. Upkeep 3 is very high. Battalion, Soldier. My battalions usually do exactly what this guy is about to do. So battalions have something that makes it seem like it's not just one creature. If you pay Nephite Soldier's upkeep, they gain ban, then drop Defender that turn. If not, they gain a -1 counter, staying in play. So if you can't afford to do the upkeep for this card, he'll get a -1 counter. Normally, if you can't pay the upkeep, the creature is sacrificed. So this has an exception to the way upkeep works. Your creature gets weaker, but if you do play the upkeep, he loses Defender and has ban that turn. So this is pretty good. If you can't pay it, though, he's going to get weaker. I think this is a solid common card. Out of the 3 options I have here, I have no idea which one is better or best. I guess it really depends on your deck synergy. They shall roar like young lions, yea, they shall roar and lay hold of the prey, and shall carry away safe, and none shall deliver. Second Nephi 15:29. And I think that's it. Thanks for watching.